Kai was born a daredevil. By age 5, he was backflipping off boat docks and skateboarding down 6-foot half pipes. Then suddenly, he became introverted and afraid. He was terrified of the dark, refused to play outside, and started compulsively pressing and pulling on his eyes. Over the next 3 years, we visited a variety of specialists and received many diagnoses, but nothing improved. I have multiple autoimmune diseases and asked each doctor if Kai's symptoms could be autoimmune, but each doctor said no. Just before Christmas, I asked 10-year-old Kai to write his wish list for Santa. I noticed he curled over the table and that his writing started in the center of the page with the words jumbled at the right margin. I asked, why didn't you use the left side of the paper? He sat up straight, held the paper to eye level, shifted it to the right, and said, I didn't see that side of the page. Alarmed, we rushed to the optometrist, who noticed gold flecks of pigment in his retinas. We were referred to a pediatric ophthalmologist who diagnosed Kai as legally blind with a progressive genetic disease called retinitis pigmentosa, or RP. We had no family history of blindness, but 3 specialists confirmed the diagnosis. They described RP as slow and relentless, but couldn't explain why Kai had lost his sight so quickly. We notified the school and created an IEP for 5th grade. In rural Georgia, all the educators said, we've never done this before. I hadn't either, but I had to become a strong educational advocate. Kai attended every IEP meeting and eventually began to speak for himself. He learned O&M, Braille, and assistive technology. We knew he should have access to the same materials at the same time as his peers. When that didn't happen, we went up the chain of command. Teacher, TVI, IEP team, SPED director, principal, superintendent. And when that failed, we filed a formal complaint with the State Board of Education. It wasn't easy, but Kai got what he needed to succeed. Together, we started mentoring other families. After meeting Kai, one boy was excited to use his cool white cane, and another family decided to advocate for Braille. Kai graduated as valedictorian and received a full ride to the University of Georgia to study music theory and jazz drum set. Kai's diagnosis of RP never felt accurate. When he was 18, I read about a retinal specialist researching autoimmune retinopathy. We drove 6 hours for a consultation, and a simple blood test proved it was autoimmune disease, plus 4 never before documented changes to his ABCA4 gene. Finally, an answer that made sense. However, our relief was short-lived when the doctor said, too bad he wasn't tested for autoimmune disease sooner, we might have saved his sight. He recommended trying to save Kai's light perception with monthly steroid shots in the eyes. Kai tried the shots twice, but then the doctor wanted to add biologic infusions, which would leave him immunocompromised, not ideal when entering college during a pandemic. Kai felt the treatment was too invasive and declined further treatment, stating, I'm already blind, I have strong blindness skills, and I don't want to be immunocompromised too. It was his choice. He was an adult. The doctor said, you'll be here in 10 years in total darkness, and there will be nothing I can do to help you then. Light perception matters more than you think. Miserable, suicidal, blind people line up here every day begging for my help. Kai responded respectfully but firmly. You must know different blind people than I know. When Kai rejected the doctor's negative perception of blindness, I knew my work was done. Kai had become a strong self-advocate. Kai's a senior in college now, living independently with 2 roommates and his guide dog. Next year, he's moving to Manhattan to start his jazz career. Parents, I know it feels intimidating to advocate for your child's needs, but it's important to remember that your kids gain their confidence and advocacy skills from you. Thank you. You can follow me and Kai at navigatingblindness.com or on social media at Navigating Blindness.